Greetings and welcome to In Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. We are centrally speaking with the vibrant, energetic mayor of Chaguanas, Faaiq Mohammed. Welcome, Mayor. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on this program. How are things?
I'm all right, thank you. But I have plenty questions for you. And I want to start off with, how do you kind of balance? I know you can't please everybody, but just earlier today, we actually recording the conversation because we see you have cricket a little later. You're actually rolling the pitch. But being visible and being hands-on, because you know there are people who want to say, yes, we see the man walking, as opposed to, so why he not in the office doing something like that? So how do you kind of balance being visible and being effective on a larger scale?
Yes, you're right. There needs to be a balance of being in the office and being visible. I think one of the major criticisms of politicians is that they don't see a representative. Only when it's election time, then you see the representative. This is something that I am trying my best to stop the stigma and be out there and be as visible as possible to the greatest of Chaguanas.
And one of the things that we saw you doing, you were helping to fill sandbags. So what was that experience like in terms of doing the work, treating with potential natural disasters?
Well, this is something I've been doing since 2017 when we were experiencing tropical storm Brett. So this is nothing new to me. I always like to assist and any way I could help. So that morning when I went out, we were short-staffed at that point in time, and some of the workers needed to take a break. So I just lent a hand, and I ended up staying there for the entire day. But definitely, this is an initiative that comes along especially during the rainy season, and during times like this, when we have a serious weather pattern expected for the country.
And what was that? I want to say feedback, but the communication between you and the members of the Burgesses, your constituents, being able to reach out, saying, okay, well, we see things are happening, because there is also a push to have a little more work done by the executives of local government, also that people reach out to them first. So what was that conversation like leading up to, I guess, last week, Monday? You hearing us, Mayor?
So what took place with this whole initiative? Yeah. So the first part of the question was pertaining to the initiative.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't hear the first part.
Yeah, so in terms of the feedback from people being able to reach out and get on to you and get on to being able to get these sandbags and preparing for the inclement weather.
Yeah. But, so what we did, we put out a Facebook post, and then it basically went viral that we will have, at the Chaguanas Borough Corporation, you can access sandbags. On the day itself, the day before, we distributed 500 sandbags. On the morning of, before lunchtime, over 1,000 sandbags were distributed. Thousands and over 1,000 people came on that day, on that said day. What we ended up had to do during the course of the day as well, we set up sandbanks throughout Chaguanas because of our influx, the amount of people coming and requesting sandbags, and they were coming from all parts of Sri Lanka, not only Chaguanas, because we posted that we were delivering sandbags. But in a time of crisis, we will not say, oh, you're not from Chaguanas, we will not help. We help everyone who came to us to help. I know some people, they had to wait a long period of time, but that's the amount of people we had on the day. So going forward, our corporation, we decided to basically set up sandbanks in different electoral districts. So we have 8 electoral districts. So there will be 8 sandbags at 8 electoral districts going forward from now on.
And I like the fact that you all are able to think out of the box and organize like that. So what are some of those other initiatives that you're saying, okay, well, this is a new approach to it, this is what we're going to be doing. What are some of the projects that you're really involved in at this point in time, Mayor?
So what we try to do as well, we try to clear water courses. Yes, we have our challenges in terms of clearing water courses during during um, during the course of the year. However, during the rainy season, the water courses that tend to cause flooding, we put priority on those water courses. So when we realized that there were a severe weather pattern developing, we sent out machinery to help certain water courses have it clear to ensure that the water flows smoothly. And there are many more initiatives that we hope to have in place in terms of, as I said before, the sandbanks, clearing the water courses. Also, once we get our PSIP project funding, there will be projects done in areas that are flood prone that will assist the businesses in those areas in terms of drainage and irrigation.
All right, thank you so much. And in terms of, we have about 2 minutes on this side of the conversation, but what are some of the other initiatives that the corporation, that the borough, that you as mayor are trying to get behind to ensure that your burgesses, the people of Chaguanas, are able to be served? What are some of those things that are on the forefront?
Well, in terms of disaster, some of the things that we procured this year was our weather system, our weather station for the disaster management unit. And this is for us at the borough to be able to track weather at real time. So this is just one way that we will try to assist in trying to assist the businesses and get the information out in real time to the businesses. Other initiatives that we do, we had a lot of food hamper distribution through the corporation, humanitarian aid, reached out to embassies. We even did some from our fund as well here and distributed to those in need during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are also initiatives where we want to get more sporting programs taking place in the community. So like the Mayor's Cup, right, which is going on currently right now, which we usually saw. So we want to get more community and family engagement. Um, so these are some of the initiatives that we've been definitely looking to push in the future here. I call these things soft projects, where we try to assist NGOs as well in the community so they can, so through their assistance, we can have more participation by businesses out there.
All right, so we want to continue talking
And
about some of those soft...
be able to reach businesses.
Okay, and we want to continue
So,
talking about some of those
like
soft projects, Mayor, when we return from the break. But stay with us. We're speaking with the Mayor of Chaguanas, Faaiq Mohammed. We return with more. Welcome back. We are speaking with the Mayor of Chaguanas, Faaiq Mohammed, and he's really kind of given us a great oversight of what is being done with regard to initiatives dealing with disaster, with preparedness for the weather. But Mayor, outside of those, or besides those initiatives dealing with disaster preparedness, I want to focus a little more on some of those soft projects you're talking about, please. Dealing with NGOs. You said the Mayor's Cup is happening at this point in time. I think you also did some work with Pantrin Bago. There was an event recently at Saith Park, as well as Lupus Month. There was work that was going on there. What are some of those? Why is it that you feel the need to say, okay, well, put energy, put resources to support some of these measures?
Right, so why this is necessary. Funding is limited. It's something that is not um, infinite. So it's a finite resource. So what we tend to do is reach out to businesses in different ways. As I said before, food hampers, the event with Pantry and Prego, it was an event where we fused the pan and chutney for Indian Arrival Day. It's an event that Pantry and Prego came forward with. I find it was a lovely idea to promote both cultures, and it turned out to be very successful. Also, we are partnering with the Chaguanas Community Police, where we'll be doing projects in the enterprise area that will help decrease the level of crime in that area, where we take a softer approach to policing, where the community response unit, they set up programs such as homework centers. We are even trying to set up a hydroponic system as well in some of the recreation grounds in enterprise area. Also, there's a big sporting event coming up later on this year, which is now in the planning stages, but definitely is something that you would see happening. It will happen in Chaguanas, but Central Division encompasses more than Chaguanas. So you will definitely see something like that happening in Chaguanas pertaining the sport and helping the youth and working together with the homes in the area. Also, we work a lot with our business community, our Chaguanas chamber. They help us a lot in terms of getting things done. And I would like to thank them for that. Even corporate Chaguanas, they help out tremendously in getting things done after, because funding, our funding takes us so far, but they give us additional funding where we can really do these softer projects. These softer projects what really touches the heart and gets to the people of Chaguanas.
And I like the fact that you talk about the community policing aspect of it while appreciating everything that you said, Mayor. But that also kind of brings us to a harder project to deal with crime and the borough. Where are we at this point in time? What it is that you see from where you sit in terms of dealing with crime in Central or specifically in Chaguanas?
Right. So recently we had a meeting with the Commissioner of Police. In that meeting, they highlighted some plans. And in that meeting, we highlighted both the hard approach and the soft approach. I will be working together with the community police on the soft approach. The hard approach, the law enforcement, definitely, they will be taking that responsibility when it comes to that. Because I don't have that authority to do things like that. But when it comes to positive initiatives in community that will help change the lives of Burgesses, I definitely am on board 100% with initiatives such as those. And I previously said that there's a big sporting program coming up soon that the Central Division Police, they are planning, and it will turn out to be a very successful initiative, because in our area, especially the areas that will be deemed as hotspots, the youth in that area, they are very inclined towards sports. We have plenty sporting personalities coming out from those areas as well. So this is a way for us to try to harness that talent and help them take that next step forward in life.
May I hurt my feelings? You're only hinting at this thing, but I understand that you can't give us more at this point in time.
No, we are in the plan. We are in the planning process. So it's going to be like it's multiple sporting disciplines. So it will encompass cricket, football, netball. So it's like a mini Olympics. I'll describe it as.
Okay. I can't vex with that, and hopefully we get the S so that we're able to cover it and share it into platforms.
Definitely. It just so happened that I had this interview, and last week we started planning this.
Okay, great. But in terms of talking about platforms, though, I think you're one of the kings of TikTok. You utilize the digital platforms. What do you see? What's the importance to you of using those platforms to get messages out to members of the public?
Well, it is very important to get your message out. I was talking to my communications team, and they told me, I used to use Facebook. So they said, Facebook and Instagram. They said, I need to get on all platforms. I said, okay. I said, you sure I can make it on TikTok? They said, yes, get on all platforms. Right? And I said, but TikTok is more like a younger generation. Not to say that I'm old, but maybe a generation before me, right? The Gen X. I think that's what we refer to them as, Generation X. Yeah. So that generation, so I'm thinking it's for them. And they said, no, get on TikTok, it's for everyone. And I started, and I've been getting positive feedback from everyone. And it's very informative. Like what we try to do, we try to be personal as well. So people can get to know who I am, and I'm who I am, and they can see that I am a person as well, not just I sit in a high office. Literally, I do sit in a high office on the third floor. But that I am one of you. I am Chaguanas. Just like you, I am a person from Chaguanas. I'm a son of the soil, and you can see how I am approachable and personable, And I'm here to work with you and be with you and walk among you. And
I think I think that also
definitely,
leads into the in terms of getting that message out. That may be one of the reasons why you had so many people coming for sandbags
yeah.
from your borough corporation, because people said, okay, well, yes, they're available here, so we can go for them.
um, Definitely, that is one of the reasons why we got so much requests for sandbag. Um, I think the saying is the post went viral. So that happened, and we had a surpassed the request for sandbags. So definitely, I think I was even getting blamed that I shouldn't have posted because when that I heard that officer saying that he posted on his Facebook page and everyone from all over the country is coming. I said, listen, don't let that be a problem. We will get sandbags. And I think on the day we ran out of sandbags, but our Burgesses, they were understanding. They went, they got their own sandbags. They even came out. Many of them, I must say, we have this country is full of lovely people, especially during time of crisis. You see us all come together. Um, they didn't depend on the workers to help us. Sometimes the workers would get tired. Plenty of these businesses, they came out and they filled their own sandbags and they stayed and helped other people fill their sandbags. And then they left and went home. And this was an amazing sight to see. And next time we are on, something like this is happening, I will invite you all to come down to see how the citizens of this country, how we rally together during times like this, because it's something amazing to see.
And I really think it's beautiful that you're able to share this side of it, because many times it is the ugly, it is the less than ideal images that are being shared, going viral, but being able to look and see, and almost want to quote the advertisement, and see people being people. But in terms of the 2 minutes that we have left, Mayor, people reaching out, how do people reach out? What kind of persons are you looking forward to partnering with in terms of people uplifting Chaguanas or just doing the work that you do? What kind of people are you looking, or groups, NGOs, who are you looking to partner and work with?
I partner with anyone who wants to start positive initiative that will help impact the lives of the British of Chaguanas. In fact, and by extension, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because we need to grow as a people, and any initiative that will help our citizens grow and develop will be beneficial to our country moving forward. So, in fact, most NGOs in Chaguanas and throughout the country, they have been reaching out to my office, and we are partnering and we are doing initiatives together. Some may be small, some may be big, but each initiative impacts a certain part of society, and that's what we want to do. Sometimes um, there's a story I always remember. I don't know if I have 2 minutes to tell the story. The forest was on fire, right? And all the animals were running out except for one bird. And this bird was picking up the water and keep carrying it to try to out the fire. And they asked, why is this little bird just doing this? And the bird said, what would I do seeing the forest on fire? And what would I tell what would I tell God at the end of the day? That I didn't try to do this. But what I'm saying is the bird is so little, still at least try. But little by little, if everyone tried to put out this fire, maybe it would have they would have done something. So that's what I'm saying. In Trinidad or in Chaguanas, no matter how little you may seem that good maybe, it will impact someone's life. And just look at it as that. Just keep doing something good every day. We do recently someone smiled. I actually said that in an interview in a graduation recently, because the reason why, if you can make someone smile, you might actually save in a life.
And we want to
Okay,
thank you so much for your words of inspiration, for your actions, what you're doing, and the little light moments on TikTok as well. But Mayor of Chaguanas, rather, Faaiq Mohammed, we want to thank you so much for spending the time, and all the best in the Mayor's Cup and everything that is coming up. And on behalf of the TTT News team, I'm Dike Rostant. This has been In Depth with me. Thank you so much for joining us.